Shalom, and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Welcome to Israel. So that line can mean a lot of different things. Unfortunately, the most popular use of the line is when something goes wrong, a person has a problem at the mechanic, or something goes wrong with his building, it's supposed to be ready by May, and the Kabbalah has it ready by May. The only thing is that Kabbalah told it to be ready by May 2015. It was ready by May 2019. So a person says, oh, welcome to Israel. Like, yeah, that's what goes on in this country. Certain bureaucratic issues, other issues, welcome to Israel. As if it's just a backwards country and everything is so bad. Anyone says that to me, I give it them in their face. Look at other countries around the world. There's no bureaucracy. We have bureaucracy everywhere. We have unbelievable advancements here. And yes, we do have some bureaucratic stuff. And we have messes. And we have 3 elections in a year. Yes, we have our problems. Like every country has problems. But to make a statement, welcome to Israel, like the place is just so backwards. To me, when people talk that way to me, I say, oh, okay. So you have good mentors. They're called the Meraglim. Yeah, those are your heroes. That's who you're copying. And you're doing a great job just seeing the bad. I see the problems, I see the challenges, I see the issues. But that line, welcome to Israel, to me is a horrible line. As if that is Israel. No, welcome to Israel is bracha, it's huge, it's amazing, and there's challenges, there's some nasty people, and there's some creeps and all that. We have a full range of people here. That's not Israel. That's some elements. Fine. That's one way. Then, of course, a more positive way is the way I look at it is welcome to Israel. This is a land of miracles coming back after thousands of years against all odds. A motley crew of people put it together, the firm and the non-firm and the anti-firm and the Hasidim and the Yeshivish and the Tilumi and the Sfarim, and like we all somehow came together, each one playing a role, the agricultural and the military role and the economical roles, and like wow. And here we are, 6.3 million, 6.6 million, I think we're up to now, strong, getting stronger, and we're growing, and spiritually, in terms of the destination of the Jewish people, it's clearly here. So when I say welcome to Israel, I mean that. Welcome to Israel. Wow. But now I have a new idea of welcome to Israel. Number 3. And that's Rav Kook's welcome to Israel. Rav Kook says that what's the difference between Yaakov and Yisrael? He says Yaakov represents holding on, Akev, holding on to Esav's heel. And what does that represent? It's symbolic of Yaakov, the force of good, trying to restrain the forces of evil. Esav was just a bundle of energy, and if it's left on its own, that force is going to destroy the world. And Yaakov's holding on for dear life, not letting it destroy the world. That's what it represents. That's what it's symbolic of. Yisrael, in his fight against Esav, according to Rav Kook, it represents that he's a true Sar. A true Sar is not going to hold back, simply hold back that raw energy, that dangerous energy, that powerful energy. He's going to harness that. Yisrael means the one, Yisrael, now you're going to harness the energy and use that fire and that passion for good. You're not going to stop it. And he says in Galut, we could try our best in exile to try to stop the forces of evil from destroying us and the rest of the planet. But in Israel, in Yisrael represents what we can do in Eretz Yisrael, where we take all the forces that were the economic and the military and the powerful and the nuclear, all the forces, and direct it to the good, to creating Mamlechas Kohanim V'Goy Kadosh, a holy nation that thrives physically and ultimately spiritually. So Rav Kook passed away in the 30s, 15 years before Kamat Medina, hoping that somehow we're going to be successful. But what was the name going to be? So it was secular Jews who were naming the country. They were the ones who were building the country. They had the right to name it. So Herzl wrote about the Jewish state, Medina Yehudit. And there was a debate right a few days before the announcement of proclamation to call it Judea. But how do we call it Judea when the partition plan is hardly giving us anything of Judea? So that's not a good idea. And others thought about Sabra, something related to Sabra, because we're Sabras. Finally came up with the idea of Israel. because we're Eretz Yisrael, Bnei Yisrael. And that name stuck. Some say it was Ben Gurion in that last meeting. Ben Gurion a few years ago said, I think it was me. I don't remember. It was like a detail in the meeting. In 1897, someone wrote an article and it said that it would be called the land of Israel. So it's a fascinating history. But either way, the idea that it's called Israel, Yisrael, is amazing. Because that's where Rav Kook said we could really live and carry out the dream of Yisrael, which means what? Take all the forces in this world, every one of them, and tap into them, utilize them, harness them. That's the name Yisrael, our Father Yisrael. That's Am Yisrael, and that's our status. Mietz Hashem, living in Eretz Yisrael. May that gorgeous insight of Rav Kook really come to play here in Eretz Yisrael, when we are slowly galvanizing our strengths, utilizing and harnessing the strengths here that the nation has and the land has, and Mietz Hashem, fulfill the name Yisrael, following our Father, creating the Am in Eretz Yisrael. Shalom.